Welcome back to Celtic Fans TV. It's time for the starting 11 prediction for Thursday's Europa League playoff at Celtic Park against AIK Stockholm. Stockholm come into this one after being put out of the Champions League qualifiers themselves by Maribor, and they obviously beat Sheriff Tiraspol from Moldova 3-2 in aggregate last week to get to this stage. We come into the game obviously off the back of Saturday, extra time. Obviously it was a poor performance on Saturday. I thought we really lacked confidence, probably a bit of a hangover for the defeat to Cluj last Tuesday. Dunfermline, to be fair to them, defended well enough, but I feel like we lacked that verve that we've had going forward so far this season. We had a lot of shots at goal. I think we had something like 36 shots at goal, 11 on target, 65-70% of the ball, but I think a lot of time it was in desperation. I think we had a lot of shots for distance, particularly in the second half and in extra time. We were taking shots for distance, and obviously we're 11 on target for 36. You can see that we weren't really carving Dunfermline open and creating a great amount of chances, so we need to be a lot better this week and put those two performances behind us from last week. We'll start in goals as we always do. Craig Gordon is going to continue in there. Scott Bain, dislocated thumb, he's not going to be back in time for this one, so Craig Gordon will continue on Thursday night. Right back, I'm going to go with El Ahmed. I think he's looked pretty good so far. He did switch off for the third Cluj goal last week, and I thought he tired in extra time on Saturday, but he's played a lot of football since he came in. Basically straight fake him in the door. He's been in the team, and he's played pretty much every game since then, so I think he'll continue at right back. On to centre half, there's a bit of a problem for us here because I went off injured with his shoulder. I don't know if he's going to be back for this one. If he is going to be fit, he will of course play, but I'm going to go with Simunovic alongside Julien at centre half. Obviously I think Ayer's going to be out. Maybe I'm wrong, I don't know at this stage, so Ayer will be in for one of them. I would reckon if he is fit, Julien would drop out because we know that Neil Lennon likes the partnership of Simunovic and Ayer, and Julien did look shaky, particularly in the first half against Dunfermline. That really poor short back pass that let the boy in through and goal, and then he had a very rash challenge with a high foot in the box as well in the first half. I just think he looks a wee bit all over the place in terms of his confidence and his sharpness, and if Ayer is fit, I think he'll go with Simunovic and Ayer, but if Ayer's out, I'm going to go Simunovic and Julien. Left back, this is where we've seen the perplexing decision to play Callum McGregor there against Cluj last week. We're 7 days on for that as I record this. We've not signed any more players, so given that Neil Lennon said he didn't think that impacted the result and he thought Callum McGregor played well, it's not out with the realms of possibility that he put Callum McGregor back in there again. I don't think he will, and he definitely shouldn't, but the squad's in the same place it was last week against Cluj, so I'm going to go with Bolingoli. I think after his second half performance against Motherwell before Cluj, that's probably the best he's played for us, and then he dropped out of the team. He came back in on Saturday, so I think he's going to play this one because there's no need for the team to be as sort of disjointed as it was last week by moving McGregor out of midfield and putting him at left back. So I'll go Bolingoli on the left hand side of the defence. Obviously into midfield, Scott Brown was rested on Saturday against Dunfermline. I fully expect him to come back in. Rightly or wrongly, there's a lot of debate about Scott Brown's place in the team and how that midfield would look without him, and possibly a midfield of McGregor and Cham and Christie is something we'd like to see experimented with going forward. This game might be a good test for that against European opposition, but not against top European opposition. It might be a good testing ground for them, but I fully expect Scott Brown to start. Alongside him will hopefully be Callum McGregor in his proper position, playing alongside Brown, and in front of them Ryan Christie, who was brilliant last Tuesday against Cluj, but I thought really struggled on Saturday against Dunfermline. Really unlike him for what we've seen so far this season. He was another one that looked like he had a bit of hangover for the Cluj game. So hopefully he can get back to the form we've seen previously, discounting the Dunfermline game. And on the right hand side, James Forrest, 4 goals in 4 matches. Really good bit of form he's coming into now. Obviously he was rested on Saturday, came off the bench to get the winner, albeit deflected. But as I say, 4 goals in 4 games for him. he'll be full of confidence, and he's really chipping in with important moments for us right now. So he'll play on the right hand side. On the left hand side, I'm going to continue with Mikey Johnston. Again, I don't think many players covered themselves in glory on Saturday. We really struggled for that creative spark to cut Dunfermline open. Johnston as well was one who he opened the scoring, albeit I think it was a cross, but it was a great goal in the end. Other than that, he didn't look in top form, but I'm going to continue with him out there because the way the squad is just now, the only other alternative to play on the left wing is Lewis Morgan. Now that's discounting Scott Sinclair, but I think it's clear for us all to see that Scott Sinclair is being frozen out in one way or another right now. We haven't seen him for weeks and weeks. He hasn't even made some squads recently, so I don't expect Sinclair to play at all. So that only leaves Johnston, because I don't think Morgan is the answer out there. That is again maybe an area that we have to look at in the next 12 days. I think we've got about 12 days left of the transfer window. We still need 3, 4, even 5 players, some people would say. I don't think we're going to get them after going out of the Champions League last week, and the ones that we do get, I don't know what the quality is going to be like. We've got about 12 days left of the transfer window. We still need 3, 4, maybe even 5 additions. I don't think we're going to get them. We might get 2 or 3. The quality of those 2 or 3, I'm really not sure how they're going to be. This is the problem for the club, because they leave it so late. They choose not to strengthen in the build up to the big Champions League qualifiers, and then when we go out of the Champions League, we see a sort of diminished level of player coming in. That's what happens. Okay, we might be able to get some loan deals for down south. I know we've been linked with Jordan Ibe from Bournemouth, and obviously Jonathan Afolabi coming in, former Southampton player, 19-year-old. Again, probably not the type of player we're looking for to come in and have a real impact. This is quickly developing into another really disappointing window for Celtic, and we've got 12 days to fix that. Up top, I'm going to go Odsonne Edouard, who again was brilliant last Tuesday, as I touched on in all of the content last week. Again, I thought he struggled on Saturday, but having said that, the full team struggled on Saturday. So he'll start there on his own. I don't think we'll go with 2 up top. I thought Griffiths came off at a strange time. It was after Johnson's goal on Saturday, maybe only 55-60 minutes into the game. Thought that was a good opportunity for him to get minutes. I don't know if there was an injury issue. I don't think there was. He went straight up the tunnel. I don't know what's happening there, so I don't expect it to be 2 strikers in this game. I think Edward will start up top on his own, and hopefully he can be a lot more like his performance last Tuesday against Cluj than on Saturday against Dunfermline, and we know that he can bring a really high level in these big games. So that's the team I've went with. Let me know what you think. Like the video, comment your own thoughts below. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. We're rapidly approaching 18,000. We're already over 17.5. So if you watch every week and you haven't subscribed yet, please don't forget to click the red subscribe button below, and we'll see you on Thursday after the game for all of the post-match content. Thank you.